Oh man, what the fuck? You right? Damn it. What the fuck? So congested at the moment, like all the time. I've been congested for like 2 weeks or some shit. It's actually starting to just really get on my nerves. You know, it's been congested for like 2 weeks or something. That's why you shouldn't smoke, because you don't heal the same. I could literally be ill for like 2 weeks. But it's not like a normal illness, it's just like it's sort of gone, but it's still there and it lingers. Smoking's fucking evil, man. I can't wait to quit. Yo. Shit, man. Hello. Welcome. Shit, man. I think it gets worse with age as well. Like the longer you smoke, the more the iller I can stay ill for. I won't always be ill for like 2 weeks, but I have had this congestion now for like 2 weeks. I wouldn't say it's transmittable. I just think it's like almost like the leftover. It's just, I don't fucking know what it is, but it's just bunged up. And the reason I know no one gets it. Thank you. These are. 1 second. So I do like the feather and the rose. Not so much of that one. That one, and that one. This one is frog and a mushroom. A paper airplane. I was gonna call it a kite then. That's just my random ass little tattoo. And then bark that side. I'm saving the money on tattooing myself, to be honest with you. It's just too damn expensive. I don't blame people for not getting tattoos much anymore. They are pricey. You let that. What do you mean? I am the tattoo artist. I've done it myself. I didn't let anybody do that. I don't see the point of paying for an artist to do it when I'm already an artist. You know what I mean? At the moment, I can't do tattoos on people. It'd be illegal. Unless I came to Canada. I do want to move, but kind of not Canada anymore. Oh, damn it. tattoos are so addictive. It's trying to not do any more of myself for a while till I've got a little bit better again. But I don't know realistically, like for a full piece, because I'm not going to charge by the hour now, because you might get something done quicker. And say if you do it in like, I don't know, 2 hours, it's still a good piece of art and it's still worth whatever it is. So I mean, probably, I don't know. I'm going to look at trying to do like 80 to 100 quid an hour when I get good enough. Because I mean, that's a proper good artist. But I've only been doing it 3 weeks. So I feel like within a year or two, there's a chance of it. Be pretty cool. But yeah, I hope so. But I don't know, as I say, like £100 an hour. But then if I was doing like a full session for a day, like 8 hours or 6 hours, I could probably book that for like 400 or 500, depending on how big the piece is. And if it's really complex, a lot of shading, a lot of colour packing, then it could be like £1,000 or so, depending on how big it is. If it's like a whole back and it's a few sessions, well, I'll see when it comes to it. I'm shaking so badly today. I mean, I'm still pulling straight lines, so somehow. I think I'm like wobbling back and forth rather than side to side, so the lines stay straight. I think it's all the caffeine I've had today. I honestly love doing leaves. See, people going about hand speed to me as well. I've got the hand speed down so I don't tear up the skin, but there's levels of using hand speed. If you go quick enough, but still deep enough, it leaves a fainter line. But if you saturate it, as I would say, by pulling a line slower and long enough. But that's why sometimes you'll see me pull a line quicker. Rather than changing the voltage, you actually don't really need to. You can kind of keep it the same. There'll be limits of where you can't push the movement speed. I'm not trying to act like a professional. It's just what I've learned in this short period of time. I've now done over 30 tattoos and 12 on myself, so it does sort of go to something, I guess. I am a professional artist because I make skateboards and fingerboards and I design graphics. So I am actually a professional artist. But yeah, tattooing, more of like a side hobby. This is right now. But now I'd probably do like, if I could charge, I'd probably do like, for a rose like that, I shaded probably like 20, which I think is fair, because it took me like about an hour probably to do the rose with all the shading. At the moment, probably like 20 to 30, depending. But if it was more just line work, I'd probably do like 20 if it was too complex. I'm going to do a flash sheet, which I've already done a few of, but I kind of prefer small pieces, like tattoos anyway. Not on me. That's why I've done bigger pieces. That's exactly why I didn't want to go to another artist as well. Like, obviously, I know I'm going to have to get my back done, other areas from another artist, my neck, my arms. Because I mean, doing your arms is honestly too difficult because you've got to be able to like stretch your skin apart, which is not easy. So That's why I don't do the arms. I'm gonna get my arms done properly, sleeves and that. So I've just got a basic tattoo gun for now. I'm looking to get, is it a dragon hawk or some shit? I don't know. I'm getting better at tapering. Fucking illness, man. I've had it for literally like 2 weeks. It won't piss off. Because the thing they don't tell you about smoking, it stops your actually immune system working as effectively. And you can stay ill for flipping ages. Dab, dab, dab. And on that piece of skin, I'm going to do a bigger piece like I've done up there. But actually do the stencil, probably spend like an hour doing the stencil, but proper give it the detail. Thank you, bro. So, the ones I've done on myself, as well as, this is probably one of my favourite ones. Like the shading around the hood, just under the hood. That one had no stencil and no reference, it was just from my brain. So I'm actually pretty stoked to how that turned out. That shit. I wouldn't ever do freestyle on like freehand on somebody. I'd call it more freestyle, because freehand you can be using like one of those pens, marker pens to draw on a body, which I personally, yeah, I'd say most people's favourite is a dragon. I think the rock and the way the light under the wings is shaded. I'm good at shading because I like being good at art. For like, I'm shit at maths. I'm not trying to, I'm terrible at things like that, but art has always been a strong suit, and shading. I remember the first class where you had to shade a sphere, and I kind of just fell in love with art after that, because how it went from just this shitty little 2D circle to something that looks like it was popping out of the page. I was obsessed with it. I ended up going around shading pretty much every drawing I ever did, because to me it just made it look so much more realistic. So, good question. So, already liking tattoos myself, and having I had like 3, and I was like just craving more tattoos, but they're expensive. I think partly that was it, being able to tattoo myself to a degree. I'm good, thank you. How are you, bro? And so we got, let me zoom out. This one I done yesterday. It's hand holding a planet. We got, ignore the monster, but a little paper airplane, a mushroom, an owl which needs touching up, and a ghost which needs touching up. And then there's this piece which would be a complete leg piece. With 2 diamonds up here, this triangle's kind of going here, and there's a bird that's going to be going down, but not on my knee, either side of the knee. That kind of links up to these spots here. Do you make your own? Yeah, bro. So I've drew them on my iPad, and then I literally take this and then trace them out. Or I just draw straight onto that, which I did for this little mushroom thingy. Because I like having a stencil to work with. Even if you change it up a little bit, it's still a template to work off of. But it's still then your art. I just feel like it, without doing a few freehand pieces, it felt slightly cheaty, even though it's not, because it's still the art you've already done, unless you haven't done it. But then tattooing in itself is its own art form. It is essentially tracing, but you might think, tracing is easy, but you move slightly, you've got to vibrate and tattoo in your hand. If you even jolt slightly and move, and you could technically not do a line too deep enough, so then it would raise out when it heals. But you could have to make someone get a laser with just the wrong tiniest movement, and then you mess up the whole thing, especially if it's fine line, like she is. And then the feather had fine line in it. She's a bit not so fine line, but there's areas like no, nothing else on this, I'd say, to be honest. Yeah, man. Well, I make skateboards. I make fingerboards. Yeah, what's good, bro? I make fingerboards and skateboards, beanies, jumpers, and tops, and fucking all that stuff. Obviously, tattoos now. I'd say the rose is one of my favourites. That shit. Jesus is shit. There's no disrespect to Jesus, but yeah. The feather's one of my favourites. Obviously, this one. It's really pretty cool. But my favourite one, hands down, I think on myself, is that one. Or the paper airplane. But I'm gonna be absolutely covered, man. I've been good, bro. How are you? I saw your post. Jealous that you're going on holiday, man. But your skating actually is phenomenal now, bro. Like, fair play. I'm gonna have to go for a skate today, I think, maybe a little bit. Or at least tomorrow, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to. Even though my board's fucked, and my trucks are fucked, and my bushes are fucked, and my pivot cups are fucked, I don't care. It's been too long since I had to skate properly. What's that? I'm just trying to clear this throat out, man. That's why I say don't ever smoke to anybody. It's so dumb. I've been ill for like 2 weeks now. And I find it interesting because it's not even necessarily transmittable because I've been around people and they're not getting ill now. It's like the after period, but it's because my body's like, I don't know if it's beaten me battered essentially by trying to deal with it and tattooing. And I had Hell's Itch, which is a type of, it's not sunburn, but it's the cells underneath your skin burn. I normally tan quite well, so I'm at more risk of not knowing that I'm burning on myself. I don't know, I've had to take antihistamines. It's the worst itch I've ever experienced in my life, so you're fucking evil. For sure, bro. That sounds definitely it'll probably most likely be tomorrow, to be honest. I've got quite a few things to do today. I've got to go sort my meds out. Ugh. As soon as I talk about that itch, like honestly, if anyone's got the time to look up Hell's Itch, it's gonna scare people from sunbathing. I saw a Marine and a pregnant woman said the pregnant lady said it was the second most painful and uncomfortable thing she's ever experienced. I literally was having a meltdown from this because it's like you itch it and it burns more, like obviously like a normal burn does, but I mean it literally feels like the fire ants are fucking on your back. It's evil. And then to top it all off, well, yeah, nothing helps it. You just got to deal with it. Antihistamines a little bit, but the worst part about it was, oh man, I keep remembering and forgetting my brain today. Oh yeah, you're meant to have a scorching hot bath or shower. Not meant to, but you can, because it stops it actually itching and burning, because it's not a burn. Obviously, if it was a sunburn, you can't do that, you'll fuck yourself up. Like, that would really hurt. Even like lukewarm water can burn, but it's not like, because I'm not even burnt at all. Like, I think the most I'm burnt is like slightly there, but you can't even see it. That's what my back's like. But it feels like, as I say, fire ants are fucking on it. And I looked up, and it's called Hell's Itch. And it's just where essentially your cells or whatever break down, and the histamines flow to it, the white blood cells flow to it, and you just get so itchy because it's trying to heal, but it can't heal because they're just like almost roasted. So yeah, didn't burn the top layer of skin. It's like the fucking layer underneath. Absolute shit, man. Ooh. But I'm tempted to sell one of my other skateboards to come out for a skate, to be honest. But one of my actual decks. Because I'm not stopping my business, I've just had to put on hold for a little bit, but I'm looking for another job because then I can fund my business more. Because I'm not a person to give up on anything. I've had to do this to kind of give me a little break for a while, because going around in circles on the business when I can't do anything ain't helping nobody out. Fucking exciting, man. Feels like Vaseline's started to collect. Oh, that'd be legendary, bro. I'd appreciate that. I need to get a wider deck. I want to switch up to a 9. I have to literally make one of my own, though. Because I feel like now I've got my own boards, it feels weird to skate anything else. So I'm matching the hand speed to the voltage to make sure the lines aren't literally like perfectly straight. Because now there's like loads of tiny dots put together, like tiny ass dots. That's sick, bro. I need a deck that wide. I feel like I've got more stability on the board. I want to look at making 15. It's not even about selling it. It's just, if you want something, make it sometimes, you know what I mean? The reason I'm tattooing as well is because if I can tattoo and work a job and have my business, I'll be sorted. I'll be able to pay my skaters better money because it's not just going to be income. Like, I'll be able to pay them technically out of my other business, which is allowed. If I have more money and I don't have to pay out basic wage, it's manageable. And to think that I can book a whole day and literally get at least a minimum of like £100 an hour for a tattoo. Yeah, that's what I mean, but that's so expensive. I can get £100 an hour when that would normally take people a day's work. And I'm not trying to like rub it in people's faces. It's not easy. It's permanent artwork, and that is anxiety inducing. You got to worry that they don't jump or flinch. Talk to people every single day. Not my strong suit. I mean, on a live it's a little easier, but yeah, tattoos are well expensive. I'll be honest with you. If they were much cheaper, I don't think people would tattoo always. I think people do it if they really loved it. But where it's permanent to a degree. So someone earlier didn't believe it was real, so I was washing the tattoos anyway. I was like, oh damn, fair play. I said, bro, I wouldn't just draw on my leg. Like for kind of realistic tattoos, depending on who the artist, but you can charge quite a good bit of money. The reason I got into it as well is I think it disputes the whole. I've had so many people, even people I know in my life, try and say that my art's AI, and it's been so fucking annoying. So I'm like, you know what? I'm a shade pieces. I'm gonna get good at tattooing because I don't have a machine to do AI with this. You know what I mean? It's all hand like to get. Let me find that. This was literally the stencil for the rose. I didn't have a reference because I just drew the stencil, and then I turned it into that. So I mean, it's not crazy difficult. As I say, it's probably just a strong suit. Like when people are good at things, I'm just good at art. Shit at most other things, to be honest. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I don't know if you've seen my other pieces. So this is one of my favourite ones. That was freehand. There was no stencil or no stencil or reference. I don't want to like overcharge people though, because I also think it's a bit of a piss take. I want to be like reasonable. I don't think I want to be more than £100 an hour, because it's like, wow, your art's so good. It's true. But I mean, there's artists I've seen that do it for less and that are better. So, I mean, granted, it could be a few more years. And I mean, to be honest with you, everyone I've spoken to who's ever done tattooing or is into tattoos has said this is incredibly fast to learn. Obviously, like literally 2-3 weeks. I've done 30 tattoos, and I think that's probably why. And yeah, some of them are little ones, some of them the big pieces like that. Oh, it's honestly so fun though. Tattooing yourself's a bit better, but still. 100%, bro, of course. I mean, I'm looking to move into a house, because if I move into a house with that, then I can, because you need a room that's always going to be a tattoo room, and then you can get that room licensed to make sure like all the cleaning things are up to standard and stuff like that. It can't just be any room popped up in a house. They are very tight on tattooing people in the UK and to get a license and things like that. It's kind of crazy, but I do understand it. I do understand it. Happy birthday to her. Yeah, I just think I'm gonna have a cigarette quick. Yeah, I don't know, just be sick to be able to. I thought if there's like skate jam or something as well, and then you know, or like you have a team, and then everyone wants like a tattoo as like, you know, granted I wouldn't get one as like a team logo because in case you leave a team, right? But say everyone gets like sort of matching tattoos because of a skate competition. I mean, personally, I wouldn't do that. That might be something people want. It's like everyone's part of the skate team, so everyone wants the same tattoo. Because I mean, even if you leave the team, you can always one get a cover up or two if it left on good terms. There's no reason not to have the tattoo still. It's like, oh yeah, once this was my team and we all got tattoos. And I mean, I wouldn't skate with it because sweating, and you know things like that. You just potentially get the tattoo infected. But I mean, all of mine I've cleaned, and the reason I've done mine without any infection or anything like that is because I think it's good to be able to show yourself as well. Because doing it on skin's all fair and good, but then as soon as you go onto real skin, you can tear it differently. It's real skin acts differently. You've got the curves. So I was like, I just send it on myself. A bit like when it came to skating growing up, just fucking go for it. Like, what's the worst thing that is going to happen? I'm not going to die. I might just have a piece of art that I'm not the most happy with, but you know what I mean. Yeah, innit, bro, 100%. I mean, that's what I want to do. I was going to put my logo on me, but only it's not just yet. That's what I mean. I didn't want you to worry because I know, obviously, I still want to like sponsor you, bro, as a sponsored skater. But I mean, it's obviously your choice when, as and when. But that's why I've been getting so fed up with the business and everything at the moment. Is just so difficult. I know, like financially for everybody. So that's why I'm like, fuck it, get a job. I can fund the business because normal people can do that anyway. I just didn't want to do it for the first year or so. I wanted to get them, let it, you know, get his legs and learn to walk, so to speak. And now I've already got loads of balls out of the store, so it's a lot easier to manage and maintain from this point. So I'm not going to quit, because I know I had some people worried as soon as I said I'm getting a job. They're like, no. I'm like, no, I wouldn't ever quit. Even if I had to like work night shift and then this all day, it would only be for a few years. But that's how much I love my company. I love the idea of building a community, especially out in the UK. It's quite sad, really. Like, you go places, there are a lot of people and there are skate jams, but I feel like it's so disconnected from what other countries actually have as a skate culture. I'm not saying I could do that on my own, but it at least keeps everybody interested and wanting to, be involved, especially when the skating is very like, I don't know, like my boards are old school. It's bringing back the soul to skating as much as possible, because skating has lost its soul quite a bit, I think. Not the people skating, but like the industries. I mean, look at Niger selling out. I'm sorry, but they've sold out. Like me, I've been offered deals with companies. I've refused them because I knew I'd had to give up part of my company or part of my name or change the formula or whatever the fuck. Because obviously, Roy, I don't know if you noticed, I've also made my own skateboard wheels. So they're actually a unique formula. They're 85A, but they actually act like 101A, but they have the soft rebound of an 85A wheel. I'll bring them out and let you try them, but you can power slide with them still, like a 101A wheel. So, but they're not dual durometer. It's the same durometer. So sometimes you've got the alloy core and stuff like that. But yeah. Thank you, bro. Honestly, I'm too excited about it. Honestly, bro, you're sick enough right now to be. I'm like seeing you just ollie up on a mini ramp stuff. It's just wild, bro. Yeah, they do feel like soft wheels. Let me go grab them quickly. I mean, there's no way to really show how soft it is compared, but yeah, they've also got a flushed side and a rounded front, so that locks in to like 50-50, like 5/0s, just any grind really that you need to. My brain ain't working today, man. Yeah, it's got the logo on it. I don't know if you saw the logo, but I need to redo the logo because it wore off. I don't know if you can see the colour difference slightly and the shape difference. This is generic, like they are 101A. I can't drop it right now. I'll post a video because Shan's asleep and I don't want to wake her up. But they actually bounce. Obviously, it's not going to ollie and you're going to bounce. But I've been rebound. The better the rebound, the softer it is, the more durable the wheel will be, for one. That you'll be able to, you know how shit Shaftesbury is, you'll be able to ride over stones. That's why I've called them street cruisers. What was I? Cigarette. Yeah, that's why I call them street cruisers, because you can still street skate with them. You can do your freestyle, whatever tricks you want to do. And you can probably still use it at park. I mean, I haven't used it at a skate park yet, granted. Actually, no, I think I did. And they acted completely fine. I mean, they had good grip to them. Like, they're still soft and grippy, but it's weird. I don't get why you can power slide on them. I spent probably a year now on the formula, literally researching, because research, believe it or not, isn't just mixing stuff together. It's actually searching a lot of stuff that's already being done, checking literally every fucking cracking orifice of the flipping internet that there is. Oh, bro, you would generally be able to slide. These actually power slide better than the 101A Richter wheels I've got, than my OJs. No cap. I can show you this. This is crazy. Like, this, to me, this is what I'm saying. The wheels, even though I've formulated the wheels, I still don't understand the wheels, which is kind of fucking hilarious. But hey, science is, I guess. Right, so, my side. This side. There's just a bit more. Sorry. These are OJs. Like, if I lift my hand off it, nice and light. With this one, it's also quieter. Okay, I'll do it one time. A lot more solid. And they're just quieter. I don't know how to describe it, but when you're cruising, oh bro, they feel so fucking good. But yeah, street cruisers just made sense as a name. I mean, they might be a bit misleading at first because people might just think cruisers anyway, and they're just calling them street cruisers. But no, street skating and like, I was going to go 76A for softness, but that was just overboard. That was just overload. But bro, you literally, I didn't show it. I'll have to come out with the board and show you, and you give it a go, you'll see what I mean. But I don't know if you know who's, I don't mind telling you in person, but a big company has literally said they want me to send my wheels out to them as soon as I've got them down, pretty much. Oh, this fucking throat. Don't smoke, people. Yeah. massive company. I mean, I'm not going to say the name again, but once more, because I've asked them, they said no, out of respect, don't say the name until it's finalised. But yeah, I'm going to message him today and be like, look, do they have any inject moulds? Because I have the formula, I just need to put the formula into it. And if they say no, it's fine, I'll figure some way out. But they're really hard to get hold of. And I know why, because the industry just keeps hold of them, essentially, stops people making their own wheels. I mean, it is a risky business because if they crack or split, you can get sued. Do you know what I mean? If they go too soon and too quick, they need to have. I mean, they got to withstand like full body weight ollies, like fucking. It's crazy how much pressure wheels have got to withstand. But yeah, I always like the idea. I always wanted softer wheels that could still power slide, but to me the logics didn't make sense. I thought about doing a softer inside and a harder outside. So when you power slide, the harder outside is pushing. But then I'm like, but the inside ones on the other side, if the soft is on the inside, then that's pushing the other side. It's less friction. You should have 2 wheels instead of all 4. But obviously, it will use more when you're reverting. It will lean more into the corner of either wheel depending on which way you're going. That's why they get rounded off a little bit too. So I just thought doing a split Duromato, so to speak. I think it's called split. You've got mix, dual, and split, I believe. So obviously dual Duromato would be the metal core, and then split. Is that the 2.5? I don't know. But yeah, pretty much that's what I wanted to do. Then I figured out something I can mix with the urethane wheels in the actual wheel itself, not actually needing to put it in a case or layer the wheel. It mixed perfectly with the wheel as a formula, and I mean this is one of them. So even on the glass, there's no grip. But even these Richters have, I don't know, they're OJs, they have more grip. I mean this generally does not grip, and they're bouncy. As so, but they're 85A, but as I said, they'll act like 101A. They have the best of both worlds. The soft rebounds, because I mean, this is essentially, that's how much, oh, that was close. That's how much those bounce, like not at all. A lot of reverb to it. Yeah, man, these will really help. If I can just get a fucking mould, they take 2 hours to set. That's the crazy thing. 24 hours to fully cure, but 2 hours to set. And obviously, I'm going to do a thing for all my skaters where they get, well, the wheels, if they want their name on it. You know, just because I think offering them their own, if they're skating for you and they're like raising your brand up to a degree, you don't just give them all the same generic shit. So I mean, you kind of own that. That's how I feel anyway. Honestly, I'm getting so frustrated about these wheels because they've been ready now for like, it's got to be easily a good month or so, and I've just been sat here like, I've got the formula down, I know how to make them, I just need a decompressor, you know, the one that sucks all the air out of things. Pretty sure that was like, do we have them at schools? I just don't know if people can know what I'm on about. It sucks all the pressure out of it, sucks all the air out of it, pressure, oh fuck knows what it's called. And then yeah, but I need to do that because the stuff I add to the formula creates bubbles. Is a pain in the ass. So then you end up just with wheels with bubbles in them. As you can see, a flat back and then a rounded front. That's what happens when it sets wrong. I always think like tattooing the wheels because you know to get the design on, I thought that'd be pretty cool. But then I'll have to do each individual wheel, which to be honest with you, it's just actual fucking ball ache. I'm not doing that. There's a certain level, like, you know, what's ridiculous. Like the wheels, I want to be able to, normally Richters, OJs, all these things, they're like 50, 60 quid unless they're on reduce. So I want to try and get my wheels at like a 30. I think that's a really good price at 35. And because they're a unique type of wheel, I think they've become quite popular because you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You don't need to have cruisers and street wheels. I literally love street skating, it's my form of skating. But around here, there's no street section, it's all crap. The curves, the pavements, the stones and pebbles everywhere, as you'll know. And I CBA with it. So that's why I decided to formulate the new wheel. How long has it been, man? Because I started to make it with the fingerboard wheels like a year ago or 2. It's crazy. So I'm just like literally so driven as a person, and when I don't have anything to do, I start to like spiral, bro. And this fucking illness is actually doing my head in now. It's not even an illness. There's no headache. There's no body aches. There's nothing. There's just not even a proper cold. It's just like right at the back of my throat. It's like congested to shit. Bro, it's been like 2 weeks. It's actually beyond aggravating. I'll just wash it down with some fucking water or something. Might be able to have this. But as I say, I really want to go for escape because I tattooed myself yesterday. If I just at least give it 1 or 2 days for the top layer to heal, because it won't fully heal, but it'll be enough to have a little escape, it'll be fine. Because otherwise, if you sweat with a tattoo, that's when you cause infection as well. Bro, the things you can't do, like you're not meant to work out for like 2 weeks, you know. But I feel like working out different because you're more likely to sweat into your clothes, and you know you're in the gym. Like when you're skiing, I could just wear shorts, and then you know I avoid the tattoos and sweat really get into it. I'll come back and finish this in a sec, and then I've got to figure out what I want to do for this the last piece I've got. Drop it on the floor apparently. But yeah, this system is pretty much like a big fuck you, the government in every single way in this country, because bro, they want you to fail. I feel like they just, you know, rich get richer, poor get, and I'm like, yo, fuck that. If you've got talent to use it, just do it, just work yourself to the burgers. At the end of the day, you'll be laughing when you can retire and chill early. Do you know what I mean? Like, and don't just do like 10 jobs of minimum wage. Like if you have a strong suit, push for that. You know what I mean? If it costs money, then work a job to be able to pay for the funding to be able to do it. Because then at the end of the day, it's worth it. Because why do we work? To live. And why do you want to live? To have a good time. So to have a good time, you need to do something you enjoy. And to do that, you need to be paid. It's literally the circle of life. It's catch-22. So if you don't work hard enough to be able to pay for hobbies, you know, people actually just work to get money to just spend on something that's one day out. I understand that, holidays, but it makes more sense to buy yourself, like me, a tattoo kit or a skateboard or something that has multiple uses out of it. Yes, it might be expensive up front, but the shit part. No, it's actually one of the nicest areas. But yeah, hopefully be leaving soon, to be honest, at some point, just to go and work abroad a little bit with the company and the wheels, skateboard wheels I've made. I think that's like my biggest achievement in a way, to be able to formulate a new wheel. Because even when I was a kid, I wanted to have a skateboard wheel that you could power slide with, but it would still roll over stones. It was quite soft and durable, and you got like shark wheels and things like that, and I never liked the shape of them. They're too boxy and bulky, so I wanted normal skateboard wheels that would essentially achieve the same thing, the same feel. Only thing I liked about hard wheels was power slides and reverts, and it just felt a little bit more flowy, where obviously I liked grip. I liked softer wheels because there's better grip to them. You can go over stones easier, so it was like I want both of them. Before I have put 2 soft wheels on the back or 2 soft wheels on the front, flip them around depending on, like if I'm riding over stones, I typically use the soft wheels at the back, so you can always pick up the nose a little bit, ride over them where you're mostly standing in that back pocket to a degree. But I know you're in the middle, but you know what I mean, when you're riding, you kind of are more middle to back, but not, you know, and then when you push, you might kind of lean forward, but you're not pushing over stones or whatever. But with these, you kind of do just push through stones. It's incredible. But yeah, honestly, I generally can't fault the wheels at all. I generally thought they were going to break by now as well. So there's me like skating them. I've probably skated at least for like 4 hours with them, and they still held up completely fine. So I'm really not worried about the wheels at all. But yeah, I'm more worried about trying to get a job at least so I can keep, you know, because as soon as I have enough money, I can buy wheel molds and the inject for the wheel mold, the inject molds, so I can, you know, pour urethane into it. Oh man. 1 second, I'm just going to have this and then I'll come back and finish the designs. There's this one I'm working on right now. Just really trying to get better before I do any more tattoos on myself, because I mean, they're really not bad, but you can always improve. You can always learn more. You know what I mean? Like 2 seconds, everyone. Move the camera up here, it's a little easier. I might literally go get my meds as well, to be honest. I would love to. I might have to cut down or quit, maybe, I don't know. That is honestly being everyone knows, if anyone knows me, I know like it's not my personality, but it is a massive part of my life, and like to be willing to stop it because I see more happiness with the business is wild. But I want to pay all my staff fairly. I don't want to do minimum wage shit. And this way, the boss makes a lot of money. Granted, I see how now because I have a skateboard company, right? And I also make fingerboards. Skateboards alone can make millions a year. Fingerboards alone can make, I'm not saying that's how much I'm gonna make, but they can make millions a year too. Tattoos can make a lot of money. So technically, I don't want to be driving around in a nice car while people who are working with me are just on minimum wage. That is some bullshit. That is actually bullshit. I want everybody I know who I've worked with, and it's fair because I'm the boss. I'm allowed to. I don't have to pay minimum wage. That's not a requirement. I mean, you're required to at least pay minimum wage, but it feels insulting. Do you know what I mean? It's, oh yeah, minimum wage. We're people. We're all like unique and our own. It just pisses me off. But yeah, I'll be able to, as I say, it's so nice being able to know I can pay people more. Say if there's a difficult month, it's fine. I'm tattooing as well and whatever. It's just a piece of piss, really. But yeah, bro, I'll definitely come for a skate tomorrow because I need to get out of my system. I'm gonna be so rusty, so feel free to laugh at me, man. I have not skated. This is me being real. I've literally whizzed around a little bit on the board, right, but I haven't been to skate park. I haven't gone for a little sesh for like 3 months, 2 months, easy. It's so bad. It's the longest I've gone in the last 3 years without skating. And I regretted it because I say, when you need to take time out somewhere to put it in something else, like a tattooing, I wouldn't have, learned as quick as I have, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably just finish this tattoo off now, and then I might try and go get my meds or something. And then I'm gonna chill tonight. I've got a Smirnoff raspberry ice because I'm a wet wipe and light like that. No, I just don't want to drink anything too heavy anymore. Just occasional little drink of booze, chill out, and then tomorrow I'll go for a skate. So I mean, if anyone's a skater, I know Rory, right? But I mean, if anyone else is a skater, it drills your brain when you don't go for a skate. It's like, that's why it's skate addiction. I'm just addicted to anything I do. If I could eat cigarettes. Rancid. Right guys, I'm just gonna head off and just I'm gonna try and find out my medications already. Because I have literally even more impressed with myself the last, 2 months. I've done all this tattooing and I've now had my ADHD meds, which normally, man, I don't get anything done if I don't have my ADHD meds. Like, really. Like, I get housework done, I might design some graphics, but I mean, that's really all that's going to happen. But to be able to have done 30 tattoos, I actually think I made one of the skateboards while I didn't have my meds as well. Done alright without it. So I'm going to go check, see if my meds are available. Oh shit. I'll just dab it up. Oh. Sorry, it's just a long walk to go get my meds, that's all. It's like probably 2 miles or some shit there. Like 1.5 miles maybe. Right, peace. I'll be back in a second, guys. Regardless, for like 55 news, they're useless answering the phone. Honestly terrible. Oh, it's made me all lightheaded and shit. It's disgusting. Oh, it's just a beard hair. No surprise there, I guess. Done. Quite proud of those, to be honest. Yeah, so that's the most recent one. And then that one, that one. Fucking sleep, man, not actually good. Sorry guys, hope everyone's having a good day. I'm just tired. So that one I've just done. That one beforehand. We ignore this one here. It's not too bad. Let me figure out if I have any more. This is another one I done. And you can see they've just got more complex. Like this rose here to this rose. Honestly, crazy different. too bad, not too bad. Anyway, I might head off now, just so I can go sort some bits out. I'm tempted to go get my meds, but it's just such a long fucking walk to get them. It's like 2 miles there. So right, so anyway, hope Bum's having a good day. Yeah. It's tempting. What time is it? I will be back on tomorrow in the morning. I'm just thinking about getting my meds and that. So everyone. Burnout. Literal massive burnout today. So the most recent ones are done. There's this one here. This one. And this one. Well, actually, technically, these 5 today. Now I've got to utilise some spaces like this, clean them up. Potentially the back of that one. Oh man, who knows? So, the ones I just done were these 5 today. Not the shabbiest, but as I say, from this rose, where the fuck has it gone? This one to this rose, they're honestly wildly different. So that was the first rose I did. I'm not gonna lie, I think one of my favourite mushrooms still is this one for shading. And yeah, so I done that rose today. Just her then, feather, time in a bottle, that shitty love heart, and then, oh, don't start, man, this itch is unfucking believable. And the ones I done myself were, oh, whoa, this one, which is going to be a full leg piece, that one, 7, and hand holding the planet. Clean tattoos, I know they are. And the fact is they're even cleaner because I saved myself a whole load of money. I reckon if I was to add up the cost of all the tattoos I've done, it would be a lot of money. Tattoos are just fucking expensive, man. And I'm not saying they're not worth it, because sometimes art pulled off can look absolutely gorgeous. I'm just wondering what to do for this. This will be like my feature piece now, because I've done dirty tattoos. I'm thinking doing a nice bigger piece of this and utilising the whole space, and maybe even colour it too, because I mean I did have a shading needle, right? So I could go in and colour palette with that. I haven't done any coloured tattoos yet, so I feel like I need to. I'm just not really into colour. Oh man. I don't know where to go down and get my medication now. I'm just freaking out about it. Sorry, 2 seconds, guys. I'm trying to figure out the time. 5:30, yeah, fuck it. Right, I'll be back tomorrow in the morning. I'm on all week this week. Tomorrow I'll be tattooing again in the morning, and then, you know, but to be honest with you, after like next week or something, I might be getting another job, so I'm going to be working this as well, like, you know, tattooing the Fingerboard, the Sleeveball company, while also working another job. because I want this business to go as far as it can. And obviously, the first 2 years I gave my business time to grow, gave it legs, you know what I mean, gave it my full attention. And now I can kind of like, I've made the boards, I can ease up a little bit, work another job, obviously tattoo on the side as well, but I'm still going to try and do lives at the same time in the morning. What might be happening is I might be doing lives from like 5 in the morning until 12, and then after 12 working until the evening, or working a night shift. And then, I don't know, it's just for a little while really. It's not like obviously stable, because working that much and night shift and working throughout the day, because I refuse to like, you know what I mean? It's like, I think I'll be less tired because at the moment I have no money to put into business. So I'm trying to brainstorm all the time what affordable options. Where I'll be tired from working a job, but at the same time I'll be able to fund it more, so I can put more into it, more expensive machinery and tools that are going to cut down the time for me, production, making the boards and stuff. And it just guarantees that there's money there circulating still to help the business, because it is expensive running the business, but it's also more of a passion and a hobby. That's why I can't stop it. Obviously making the skateboard wheels too. So yeah, I'm just debating right now whether to go and get my medication, because they said it's ready, but it's about a 1.5 mile walk, and if I go there and it's not ready, then I do have to leave and go back tomorrow. And it's like, oh, I know it's not, oh, boo-hoo, but it's downhill, it's about 80 feet difference, so the incline just does my back in a little bit, and that's why I have medication, because of my back injuries, and that's why I have a skate company. And I'm not really the skater, you know what I mean? I like provide the skateboards and whatever. I still skate, just I can't, there's no way, I can't even stand up properly, do you know what I mean? So I'm just heavily debating if I leave, go down the road, get my meds, and then tomorrow's live will be so much better in quality because I'll have my medication. The last month I've not had my ADHD meds, and it's wreaked havoc on my productivity and my ability to create, as well as also losing funding from, like, you know, my own fund. That's why I'm having to get work. Emotional overload. Anyway, I'm gonna head off now. I appreciate everybody, and I'll be back on tomorrow. It's getting plenty late enough now, so yeah, I don't know what time I'll be back tomorrow, for like 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock or some shit, something like that. I will be getting on with this tattoo tonight, so I'll have it to show everybody in the morning. It might not even be complete tonight, it's just I want to practice a bit more on the skin. Obviously I've done quite a lot of tattoos on myself now, so I'm just gonna like almost ease up a little bit, so I have enough space when the tattoos get really good. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace and love. I'll catch you all tomorrow.